Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Man United agenda. I am real saves football. I'm on my own. I'm on my own, but we will freestyle nonetheless. It is the Manchester United versus Fulham preview. So, obviously, Man United off the back of a monumental victory against Arsenal. We won't forget that. Arsenal fans still crying, moaning. We take it. We absolutely take it. And then prior to that, a wonderful home victory at home. Again, Manchester Derby, Man City, pumped, dumped. We need to take that momentum into the Fulham game, and we are at home for that game. King Dino, good evening, good evening, good evening. Chat, if you don't mind, let's be interactive this evening. It's just me, so I can bounce off you. You can bounce off me. We're bouncing around, all fun, all games. And big up Shaw, big up Shaw, big up yourself, big up yourself. Is it wrong that I want to stick with Carrick? Wow. Um, it's not wrong, King Dean. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. So in the obviously the topic, we will touch upon the Fulham game as we do our due diligence. But Man United's next manager. So reports today have come out that believe it was Ben Jacobs actually that has said this, and he's come out and said that Manchester United will be doing their hunt for the new manager at Manchester United before the season finishes, while Carrick is still in post. That would indicate to me that right now they are not considering Michael Carrick for the job. And it's not new news, to be fair. Obviously, we won against Manchester City. We beat Arsenal, and myself and a lot of people, we've kind of asked the question: should Michael Carrick get the job full time, or at least can the question be asked? But from day one, it was documented that he would not be, getting the full time job. He's taken over as interim, fully knowing the situation, fully knowing that he's only here to guide us to the end, and then he'll be moving on. But come on, if you're in his position and you've got the chance to manage Manchester United, you're gonna say whatever to get through the door. 100%, absolutely. BS. I've done it. Many people. I bet there's people here. I bet there's people here that have had a job interview. You say whatever you can to get through the door, and once you're through that door, they can't get rid of you then, unless you're rubbish, obviously, and then you fail your probation. But you say what you can, and then you get in. He's gonna be Carrick would have done that. He would have absolutely done that. He's a manager, who would not want to be the Manchester United manager full time. If we get top three, he has to stay. Ooh, wow, I think so. I think he'll get an interview. We've spoken about this earlier in the week. I think he'll get an interview. Definitely, he needs to get an interview. But whether he gets kept on, that's a different scenario. Shaw, he got the bounce back from the team as a new manager, but the games we won were big games. So let's see in 2 months, unbeaten run and 21. Oh, say it quietly, Shaw. Say it quietly. Imagine. King Dino, you have to make yourself too good to let go. Yeah, bang on. Dino, you're absolutely bang on there, my friend. And he's not done anything wrong so far. We have Fulham. These are going to be the games now where we would naturally slip up. Emmanuel Petit on Talk Sport this week called it out. We can beat Manchester United, Manchester City. We can beat Arsenal. We can beat Chelsea. We can beat Liverpool. But when it comes to your Fulhams, your Brentfords, your Brightons, we tend to struggle. Hopefully, that's different. Hopefully, it's not gonna be like those occasions. Hopefully the players can get up. Is it a new manager bounce? I'm not too sure. But if it means we win the game, I'll absolutely take it. King Dina, I've done that a couple of times in temporary roles. Yeah, I've done it, man. I've done it. I've absolutely done it. Exactly. You blag your way in. And then when it's, you get told to do a certain thing, you're a bit like, ooh, okay, I'm not sure how to do it. A quick Google search on how to do something. I'm sure Carrick's not doing that. But you get the drift. But yeah, chat, what do you think then? So what managers would you want? because obviously we've spoken about it apart as a panel. But what manager would you want? What type of manager would you want? An Ancelotti? Would you want someone that's young like a Fabregas or like a Xavi? Would you want someone that's a middle of the park like a Hansi Flick or a Nagelsmann that's at Germany at this moment in time? Or do we go for a Thomas Tuchel? You know, not old, not young, but a bit gritted, a bit gritted. Or as you say, Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick. I am not one of those, and there are many that are not having Michael Carrick regardless of how well he does. You know, oh, if he wins every single game, I'm still not giving him the job. Why? Why are you being stubborn? What does the man have to do? You know, but yeah, we take it each game as we go. We will definitely take it each game as we go. And people, if you've not done so already, please smash the likes. And if you've not done it as well, subscribe. Every like and subscription is important and it helps the channel grow. It's too soon to say on Carrick. Yeah, definitely. But I want him to have an interview. I think if he does well, okay, for me, because we will move on. If he gets top 4, Champions League, I want him to have an interview. Definitely, I want him to have an interview. Even if if he doesn't, I would say probably not. To be honest with you, I'd say let's move on. I would say that for sure. But we'll see. He's got all the opportunities. You know, everything apparently. Or there's a feel good factor at the ground. At Carrington, everyone's, you know, every video you look online now, Instagram, every reel, laughing, jokes, this, that, and the other. And yeah, it's all PR. You know, we only get to see what they want us to see. But it seems all good. It seems all fun and games, happy, rosy. So I don't mind it for now. More. Okay. Preview. Fulham. So people would assume that Fulham aren't, you know, a good team. And, you know, they've got a lot of journeymen in their team. And then you've got a lot of youth coming through their team. And then you've got a really good manager in Marco Silva. I think is a good manager. We've been linked with him. We've also been linked with Glasner. But he gets the best out of, wouldn't say amazing players. A good prime example, Smith Rowe. You know, struggled at Arsenal with injuries. Couldn't really get back into the team. And now he's gone to Fulham. And he actually struggled for a bit. And now he's back into the team. So Fulham, they do look good. You know, I've got the league table up in front of me. They're 7th. So people would assume, like I say, 7th place. No, people would think they're like mid-table or just below. You know, they're not. They're actually been doing well. Their last game, I believe they beat Brighton. Yeah, Brighton 2-1. Then they lost before that to Leeds. Then a win, a draw, and a draw. So they're on 34 points. We're on 38 points. So it's not going to be a walk in the park. I will tell you that from now. It's not going to be a walk in the park. You know, we create chances. They have clinical players, and they've got one of probably a player that's on a hot streak at this moment in time in Harry Wilson. For those that are playing FPL, I have Harry Wilson in my FPL, and he has been saving me week in and week out. So Mr. Wonder Goal, you know, he doesn't score normal goals. The free kick against Brighton, incredible free kick. He's a good player, man. He's a very good player, and people think he's young as well. I think he's 28, so he's been around. But yeah, Fulham, I'm going into this game optimistic. You know, I do think we will win. As an early prediction, I do think we'll win the game, but I'm not going to go into it saying it's going to be a 3-0, 4-0. No. Fulham, they're not that type of team. They don't get battered. You know, it weren't that long ago where they gave Man City a really good game, you know, at Craven Cottage. So, yeah, I think we'll be fools to assume it's going to be an easy cakewalk. And obviously, we're living off that high from the Arsenal game. And so that's where that might be coming in. Bruno and the wingers will be key. Definitely. And Fulham will be well organized and hard to break down. We will need to be crafty to open them up. Yeah, definitely, King Dino. Definitely. You know, they've got a good defense. Anderson, a shrewd defender at the back. Iwobi's back, obviously, from AFCON, so he's going to be important for them. And then they've got Raul Jimenez up front. You know, give him an opportunity in the box and he will take it. He will definitely take it. But yeah, I think My prediction is going to be 2. Do we concede? Do we concede? Yeah, I think 2-1. 2-1. So I'm taking the win. We will take it, definitely 2-1. Lineup, I think we will stick with the same back four. So Lemons and goal, of course. The low right back. Although I wouldn't mind seeing Maz play now. Is it time for Maz? Is it time for Delo to kind of, well done, thanks for what you've done so far, but back to the bench, boy. Maguire deserves his place, does not need to lose his place. Then Leacher, can't say too much about him, being incredible. Yeah, own goal last week, but to be honest with you, no one's really spoken about it. No one's spoken about that own goal. I thought it might be doom and gloom for him, but it's not. It's been fine. It's been shrewd. It's been comfortable for him this week, because of the goals that we scored, I suppose. And then left back Luke Shaw. Midfield, I would go with Casemiro. I think he'll be fine to play again. Kobe Mainu again while he's on this hot streak himself. Assist last game. Play him again. Definitely play him again. He's got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to offer, and I think he'll enjoy this at Old Trafford. I think he really will. You know how much I love Yarrow. I'm Stratham, by the way. And yes. Hello, Stratham. Yes, well done. You're coming over from the TikTok. How you doing? Martinez was epic versus Arsenal. He was. I love him. Leacher, man, that butcher, man, incredible. Then this is where it gets a bit tricky. The attack, the 4. So, okay, the number 10. Bruno Magnifico. He's going to be in the 10 role, in the attacking midfield role. That goes without saying. He's incredible. Bruno Fernandes was injured, come back, and straight away, like he never left. The numbers, the assists, he's going to be important for this game. I think he'll get a goal as well. Then, this is where it all goes a bit oopsie daisy, because we've lost the Mandalorian. A moment of silence, please, for the Mandalorian, Dorgu, man. So this guy on a roll, you know me, I have backed him from day one. Dorgu, man, Patrick Dorgu, beautiful goal. He's scored a few beautiful goals this season. Even that Man City one, even though it weren't a banger, it was clever. It was IQ to get ahead of his man and anticipate that cross. And then obviously the Newcastle goal as well. So no Dorgu. Our thoughts are with him, definitely. So this changes things. I do believe that Mateus Cunha comes into the team. He's been very well on the 2 sub appearances that he's had when he's come off the bench against Man City and against Arsenal. He's been very, very good. And Mbeumo stays in the team. But I am not putting him up front. I am putting him on the right. So that means for me, Amad Diallo is out of the team because I am putting Benjamin Sesko up top. Sesko. So obviously he was mentioned. He was on the show yesterday. Well, not literally on the show, but he was spoken about. Yabber and Mr. B spoke about him yesterday. And my thoughts on him, he's not been good enough. He has not been good enough. But he, at the same time, was scoring just before Amarin got sacked. And then Carrick come in, and then he hasn't started since. So he's been a little bit unlucky. He's got a point to prove. And he's being compared to that Jock Lesnar at Arsenal. And I want him to get some more goals, so we can just shush up that debate. Sesko is better than Gyökeres. That is without a shadow of a doubt. So I want him to play. I want him to play in this game. And yeah, I wanted to hopefully get a goal, get 2 goals, but prove why we signed him, prove why he's better than Gyökeres, prove why he's not a flop. But yeah, at this moment in time, he needs to do better. But yeah, I'm taking Amad out. I'm taking Amad out of the team. Not because he's been bad, And yeah, I'm on record to say that I'm not a big fan of Ahmad. Definitely, I've said it, but he has proven me a bit wrong. But you can't leave Mbumo. And I think Mbumo, Cunha, Bruno, right behind Chesko. There'll be no excuses. The man will be served. The man will not leave Old Trafford hungry. That's for sure. That's for sure. Did you see Troy Deeney call him a fake tough guy and called him? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he did praise. Deeney did praise Leacher. He did praise him, but he was like, yeah, yeah, enough of the Leacher stuff, man. It pisses me off. I can't lie. Dorgu looked ropey under Amram, but the intelligence and desire in the last 2 games were massive. Yeah, man, confidence, man. He's I knew there was a good player there. I knew there was a good player there, and yeah, hopefully he comes back before the end of the season. But I don't know if it's likely. I don't think it's likely. What a clearance from Yakuza in the last minute. Oh gosh, I know. You see the Madueke shot yesterday? Yeah, Arsenal. We're not going to keep talking about Arsenal, but Arsenal fans are rattled. They are absolutely rattled right now, and we did that to them. So we should be proud. Shesko hasn't been great, but he does give us something. He can bring the other attackers into play. Yeah, obviously he was. We need to praise him for the second goal. Oh, sorry, the Cunha goal, because he flicked it on. That does go unnoticed. So I'm not saying he's been rubbish. He's not been rubbish, but he does need to do better. He does need to improve. And I think he will. I think there's a player there. I've seen enough of Shesko to know that there's a player there, but he needs to improve. And I think he will. I think he will. But yeah, people, short and sweet. It's only me. So it is what it is. I'm looking forward to the game. It's Sunday. I did think for most of today. I don't know why I thought the game was on Saturday, but no, it's on Sunday. 2:00 kickoff. But yeah, be there or be square. I believe that the Mix Zone show will be tomorrow. It will be back up tomorrow, Mr. B and friends, if you will. Big game this weekend, Chelsea Arsenal. So I'm reckon that will be under discussion. But yeah, people, we will be back with our Manchester United content on Sunday for the watch along, and then the reaction show. But yeah, looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. I think obviously we win the game, we go to 41 points. We'll still be behind Villa, but we need to keep up with them. We're 4th right now. Let's just try and stay in that position. Chelsea with the Arsenal game, who are a point behind us. You've got to assume that maybe Arsenal win that game. Maybe. So we can gain some leverage on them. And then Liverpool's 2 points behind us. So it's all to play for. But hopefully Champions League football, because that was a pain yesterday. Obviously, I loved watching it. Champions League football. It's my favorite competition. And seeing all the goals yesterday, everything happening, and we weren't part of it. Yeah, it annoyed me. We have to be there. We have to be there. Definitely. Keep pushing to the end of the season. Yeah, definitely. And we will. But people, yes, thank you very much. If you've not done so, smash the like, subscribe, and yeah, I have been Real Saves Football. This has been the Man United Agenda, and we will see you again tomorrow. Come on, United, take it easy.